Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Very happy that you guys made it again, and I hope you're subscribed because people are not subscribing. Guys, subscribe. The more you subscribe, the more videos come, the better the videos gets, and the more we can even get some of the other stuff that I work on because it's easier to ask clients. And I'm like, hey guys, look, they subscribed. Also, I offer mixing and mastering services. If ever you are in need of mixing and mastering services, please do hit me up on Instagram, Engine Ears, my email, my phone number. Everything is in the description. If you need mixing and mastering, I am your guy. Hit me up. Would love to connect. Would love to work and hear what you've been doing. Alright. So today, let's get into today's video. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be breaking down this mix that I did for a really dope Afrobeat song for an artist called Edward the Cartoonist. Um, I'm not going to be facing the screen like this because I'm using a secondary screen, which is where Logic is. So if I'm not looking at you and I'm looking like this, I'm looking at the screen. So we're gonna go through the song and just go through the general approach of how I approach the vocals, how I approach the drums, how I approach the music, how I approach the bass, and just my overall setup here. And then hopefully everything makes sense from there. Yes. And once again, please subscribe, guys. Please comment. Please like. The Edward the Cartoons details are also going to be in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram. But yeah, all right. So looking at this song, how I approached it in the reference that they gave me was a song called "Calm Down" by Rema. Um, is it "Calm Down" by Rema? Hold on, let me check. I just had to Google it, check our conversations. Um, yes, it's "Calm Down" by Rema. Yes, 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 it is. So that's the reference that they gave to me. And going into the song, I listened to the song a couple of times, and then I realized that the vibe that they wanted to go for, as well as what was in their reference mix, was a very calm, laid back type of vibe. So let's take a listen to this reference mix and hear what they had, and then we'll play it back with what I had. Right? Um, so okay.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come over. Come give me
Right, so that's what they had for the reference mix, and so my entire approach was to try and take whatever that what they had and take it forward and make it sound better, bring it more to life, make it feel more alive. That was literally my entire approach to make sure that they are happy with what they get. And also I'm happy too. So this is what I landed on.
ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come over.
Now, in comparison to the demo, where if you listen to the vocals, they sound a lot different.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come give me I am ready for you.
So, if you can notice that their vocals were very bright, but they didn't have much body, they lost like a lot of body, and they were felt very hollow and boxy. So, my entire approach was to try and clear that up and just make sure that the vocals feel more alive. The one thing that post release that I realized that could have made the vocals a whole lot more better was one simple thing. So if we take a listen to the vocals, right? If we listen to it like this.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Now there's a ringing, there's some artifacts in it that we don't particularly really want. So the best way to get rid of those artifacts would be via this plugin, the NS1 by Waves. Now the NS1 would have done wonders for this particular problem, but I only realized that after that there's something going on with the noise floor. Don't put it at the end of the channel. Take it out maybe after your DS in your cleaning section of your channel strip. So for example, listen.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come over. Come give me I am ready for you. If the love too heavy for you.
Now, it didn't completely go away, but the minute the music comes in, the ringing or those artifacts completely disappear. So with it off, this is how it sounds.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Right?
compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come over. Come give me I am ready for you.
Now, that's with it off. This is with it on.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
It's a lot cleaner. You can't deny that. So now, that's in hindsight. For the next mixes that they have me on, I'm probably gonna approach it in that particular way, specifically because one thing I'm sure about is that it's probably the mic or the interface that something's happening with the electrical components in it that's making us have that ringing. I think it's less of a room problem and more of that kind of a problem. And so what I'm gonna do now is we're just gonna go into the rest of the mix and break it down. But that's just one of the problems in hindsight that I was like, I need to sort out. So now my entire approach of how I set up my mixes is that all of these different channels are buses, right? So they're called track stacks. So these are summing stacks which I use like buses. So all these summing stacks go into a mix bus with this true peak limiter. Would have to play the mix to know what was going on here, but I do know I was probably just trying to limit. And then there was the God particle which I was using on trial. It was doing a lot, but I think I did switch it off when we got to the master. This was just something I was trying out from Plugin Alliance. I have no idea what it's doing, to be quite honest. I was just trying it out, hence it's off. The only thing that made it on is the BX limiter. So with the music, if I mute it, the music is synths and pads, more so. More so with this, producers usually send this exactly how they want it to sound. So you can avoid doing too much. I would really recommend that you just keep it as is. Maybe slight EQing there and there to clear things up. Instead of overcompressing these, the producers send them how they want them to sound. So you won't want to change it. So this is mix 6. I just had to double check that. This is mix 6. And most of what we were working on was the drums and the vocals. I never had any notes when it came to this, because also it sounded great. The producers, when they choose these sounds, they know how they want it to sound. All I have on the bass, basically, or the track stack, is this EQ. I started off with a preset called White Band Open the Top, and it sounded pretty great. So if I switch it off, this is how it sounds. If I switch it off, on, it really just opens up a bit more. And then the next thing I did was slight compression, keys bass wide. Ever so slight, it's just a little, a little oomph, oomph, oomph. So we like that. That's what happened on the music side of things. Then on the drums, there weren't a lot of drums in this one. So on the drums we have this. On the drums, we probably did a lot more. On the bass, we have the black box. drums, bass, all rounder presets. Starting point, guys. From there, adjust. Especially when you land on a mix and you like, yo, I have no idea what I want to do. Scroll through some presets, start somewhere. There's a reason they are there. They're to be used. And when you have a time crunch and you have to get a mix done, start there, adjust. Sometimes you start there and what you're hearing is what you like and you leave it at that. And then I did that. I adjusted. I don't remember the exact adjustments I did. I'm sure it was to the air, bit to the pinto, then the triode, but like, and some more saturation. I'm sure that's on the bass, basically the track stack, and then the EQ again, clean drum bass. I started there. Also, by the way, I use top-down mixing, so I start from the top, meaning I start from my mix bus, go into the individual buses, and then go into the individual channels. So I started with my mix bus and then went down with it, top-down mixing. From there, I did clean bus. I doubt I adjusted anything else, but this is how it sounds with it off, on. It has a lot more body. The next thing is with this particular sound, it is like a Congo type of vibe. What I did was I boosted around 980 hertz and then cut everything on the bottom off. Particularly, this is what I do with the drums. Because I want the kick and the bass to be dominant within this region, I cut everything else off on the rest of the instruments, like the hi-hats, the snare. Because majority of the time, what you're hearing on those instruments is everything up here. Everything down here, you're not going to hear anything. Like, you're not trying to hear anything there. All it's going to do is clutter your mix, make it muddy, and you're going to lose clarity. And with Afro beats, I know the transients are a big thing. So when I'm like kind of studying and I'm trying to watch some stuff, I was watching Dro Mix and a lot of like the huge engineers, and one thing I noticed was the setups are very minimal. Sometimes when we have these crazy buses like going into the transient and they like boosting it, you end up getting lost in the mix. Sometimes it's great. A lot of the times it's great. I've heard some amazing mixes with that, but I just think with this minimally going in like on the minimum going in with minimalism is the best way possible, because even like from my mentors, what I learned was they producers is that with drums particularly, the sounds that the producers choose are very, very, very important, because that's where something will punch a bit more. The general sound is made there, you just enhance. So you can't enhance what's not there, but sometimes you have to, and that's when those buses come in handy. But with this, for example, Wanda picked like some really dope sounds, so I didn't really have to go into crazy. Then we have this rim. All I have with the rim is the same thing, just a bit of the boost here in like the 1K, and then also by 4K, and then I have a dip here at 198 hertz, and then I cut the low end off again, and I have some fresh air because I'm sure I just wanted it to go to have some air, you know what I'm saying? Fresh air, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the first place I had that, and then the next thing is I have this. I'm not particularly sure what it is. It's a cuts just the low end off. I can't hear anything down here, and I needed that space for the bass and the drum. I should have done more, but I'm sure there's a reason I did that. That cool. Also same thing, just a bit of a cut here. Next thing is, what is this? Okay, there's nothing on this track. I just think I didn't take it out because I thought it was a super soft sound. Right, now let's go into the kick, ladies and gentlemen. The kick is one of our most interesting things in this mix. I tried different things. So this is the kick, how it sounds naturally. This is how it came in. First thing I tried was sub bloom, because I needed this thing to knock. This is how it started. Now it has this rumble. Can you feel it? We don't want that, because there's now with sub bloom after that rumble, we don't want that because we still have a bass coming in later, right? And we don't want that because they're gonna clash too much. But usually when you want your kicks to knock, this is something amazing. And then we just have the C2. I'm sure this is something I learned from watching Tizio. I want to kill the transients to get the song louder. but I don't want to lose punch. So this is how it sounds with the music. Um, right. That's how it sounds with the music. Then let's go into the bass sounds. The bass sounds are quite interesting too. The bass sounds, we have this, which is a guitar. On the, which is that guitar, like a bass guitar. I have this bass divinity preset on for the black box on the bass. I doubt I adjusted anything. I just liked how it sounded. So this is how it sounds. Off, on, ever so slight, but you feel the difference. Then I have nothing on the bass guitar, and then the next thing I have is probably like a second. I have a second bass on here. Nothing on that. It sounded great. Then we have the lock drum. I tried a lot on the lock drum. The reason why the bass setup is so minimal is because I'd already tried so much. Like, and the bass would rumble and things would fight, especially when using 3, 4 different basses. Sometimes the leveling of it and the EQing of it is the most important thing. But here I didn't do any EQing. I left it as is because it sounded great. All I have was something on the bus to sum and just glue and make everything work well together. Then I have this right here, which is like a conga type of vibe. None of these basses have anything on them, to be quite honest. And then this is how it sounds with everything. Yes, that's how it sounds. Oh, one of the other things on the music that I did was there were strings. I did something on the strings. Oh, what it was. If I can find them. There we go. Oh, okay. I think that was in the previous mixes. I took it out. All right. The next thing is vocals. Best part of the song, most important part of the song. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into the vocals. AMO. We're gonna go into this vocal. So
Ready mighty, she is my queen.
in the vocal parts, what I have is a de-esser. It's an all-around de-esser to just catch those final S's. Then I have this low shelf on the Pro Q3 because I need it to be brighter by 4 dB. And then I have this Mag EQ. I set male vocal A as a preset, and it makes it so loud for some reason. Like, it just makes it so loud, but like it adds like a really nice body after cutting everything out earlier. And then I did a negative 5 dB gain reduction. Then I go into the Beta Maker vocal bright and wide presets. I like that. That sounds really dope. And then the UAD Studio. What I do is I turn the inputs all the way down. I turn the input all the way down here. Turn it down, and then I turn the output all the way up. I need to put my phone on silent. And then I use this 900 tape. It sounded great, and then I left it at that. Then in the vocals, oh, this is how the vocals sound with the processing, but no bass processing.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me.
That's without bass processing, and then with bass processing.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me.
Without.
Ready mighty, she is.
So the biggest thing that's happening here is this. This is clearing up so much for me. I learned that from an amazing engineer called Tando Pulela. He's like really dope. He mixes for Shokana. I learned that from him. That clears everything up on my bass. You understand what I'm saying? Right, now let's go into the vocal. The first thing I did was I tried this SPL transient on my vocal called the Room Killer. I ended up taking it off. It wasn't working. So this is how the vocals sound.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me.
That's just the vocals going through the bass. Nothing else. First thing I did was the Neve.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me.
Ever so slight. Then the next thing I did was some EQing.
Ready mighty, she is my queen.
Subtractive EQing, just taking out some of those resonant frequencies. Then the next thing was vocal de-essing.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
And then the next thing we did was the NS1. Well, this is the thing that we should have done, but we didn't do it.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give.
Then we have the 76. What we wanted with the 76, I think we wanted some attitude at the vocals.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
I think it. Why is it not doing anything? Alright, and then we have some SSL EQing with the BX Brainworks console. Additive here. Everything was just additive EQing. And then here at the bottom, we did some subtractive EQing to just take everything under 85 hertz. This is kilohertz. 85.7 kilohertz. Like, just that low end part, we wanted to take everything out. Anything that sounded terrible, we wanted it out.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
You can hear like the biggest part of the sound is doing that. It's bringing up the biggest part of the sound. And then now we have the Pultec EQ from UAD.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
It's adding life too, and it's making the vocals feel so smooth. I like that. And then we have the Hitsville EQ from there. All we did was boost some high, take out some treble, boost some high mids, boost some mids, take out some low mid. This is very intuitive, by the way, all these moves. I don't know what frequency exactly is taking out. Here it's going to say, oh my gosh. I think I was boosting here. I forgot. Yeah. But yeah, from there, we were just boosting and cutting, just intuitive to feel it. The Hitsville EQ sounds great. I like it.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
It adds like a very, such a beautiful shine. I like it so much. And then we have the LA2.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Now it's bringing the energy to the vocals. Then Black Box, we have instant body presets. It's there, so use it. I liked it. I'm not sure what adjustments I made afterwards, but I like this.
Ready mighty, she is my queen.
Now that amount of presence it's adding, it's really dope. And then we have this EQ, channel EQ just did a dip here at around 158 hertz.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
I think it was just to take out some of the dreads. Wait, let's hear it.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Yeah, that it's not like so we're taking that out. And then we put a chorus in, I think, so that it acts as a imager.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
But it's just 5% to the, it's just adding 5% to the mix, so it's fine. Yeah, and then this how it sounds with everything.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Then for effects, we did a pure plate where we just cut out some of the low end and probably a lot in the low end is being done. We have this pure plate from UAD, a plate reverb, sounds amazing. Sounds like this. Let's take this off.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Slides. And then we have the capsule chambers. Oh my days, I love this EQ. It sounds so magnifique. I like it.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Then we have this silver verb, which is like from stock Logic plugin. Now the reason I chose the reverbs the way that I did was mainly because we needed this song to have like a calm vocal kind of a vibe. If we're referencing "Calm Down" by Rema, and then we have these affected vocals later on in the mix. I don't know. I forgot what they were doing. I did this mix a bit of a while ago, like a month ago, and since then I've mixed a lot of songs. Let's hear this. All right, so the producer sent these as is. He already had the effects on them. They didn't want those changed. The da 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 da, as well as this. Yeah, I think I also had some automation on this. 200 kgs. It was going left and right. They didn't like that, so we kept that out. And they sent some reverbs too, some of their own reverbs. Yes, we'll play those. Now we're gonna go back to the beginning of the song.
Ready mighty, she is my queen, come give me
That was the delay. They sent that in.
Ready mighty, she is my Afurunginaya, Afurunginaya. I am ready for you. If the love too heavy for you, I go carry I go.
Yeah, so they had those specific effects that they wanted and they liked. So we didn't do anything to them. But yeah. So just as a review, we're gonna go through what I have for the mix. This is what I did to the mix. This is my mix basically.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me compromising, she's a Pisces. Better come over. Come give me I am ready for you. If the love too heavy for you, they are more Afurunginaya, Afurunginaya. I am ready for you. If the love too heavy for you, I go carry
That's my mix. And this is what the reference mix. This is where we took it from. Um, the reference mix.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Now that's the reference mix, and then this is my mix.
Ready mighty, she is my queen. Come give me
Day and night difference. Day and night. Day and night difference. But also they gave me guidance because the reference was not too was not bad at all. Then if we listen to the bass.
ready for you. If the love too heavy for you, they am. I am ready.
So if you can hear the vocals and where the bass is, we controlled a lot more. You can tell the difference, and the bass comes out more in the final mix because of how we mixed everything else. We made space for everything else, and then we changed and we filled in some of the parts for the vocals and took out some of the resonances and the bad frequencies. I don't want to get too technical. This was a very feeling based mix, like most of my mixes are. So yes, yeah, that's the song. This is Te Amo by Edward the Cartoonist. That's the end of our mix, guys. I can go through the master in the next video, but yeah, the master is I did very little to it. Because we cut the loudness to where we want it to be in the final mix. But if you are made it this far, thank you so much for coming through. Please do hit me up for mixing and mastering services. And until the next one, guys, cheers.